Personal development is a beautiful thing, and when you are consistent with it, that is the only time you can see results. But a lot of times I've seen that people start off on the path of consistency, and after a while they give up on themselves. And it is usually centered around the fact that you have done it again and again. You have even got it to a level where you're so overwhelmed with a lot of ideas, information, and a whole lot of that. But you are not seeing results, right? Someone once asked me, not even someone, a lot of people have asked me this question again and again. Coach Faith, how is personal development bringing money? How will it give you money? In fact, people used it as ridicule. Now people are asking more intelligent questions because they're seeing results in their life, and they're like, oh, how is it giving you money, right? But the thing is, beyond just money, it brings a certain level of fulfillment to say that you are actually on a path of building capacity to actualize your dreams, to live a life of purpose, which actually brings fulfillment, right? Trying to survive. If you look at the hierarchical order of need by Abraham Maslow, from the lowest rung of the ladder, where he talks about survival, shelter, food, and all of that, to a place where we talk about belonging and all of that, to the place where you now begin to talk about self-actualization, where you truly begin to enter into the realm of transcendency, where you now begin to understand what it means to live the life of beingness, a life of conduit, a life where you are now a channel, all right, to the next person. It is really a journey, and not everybody wants to be there, only because what I have seen is that people are not stirred up in their desires to want to really climb up to that ladder. But some who also have an understanding about this process, they always say that they are trying, they're doing their best, but really they are not getting the result that they seek. And that's why I want you to begin to do something really powerful that I'm about to share with you in this video. Hello friends, if today is your first time stopping by on my channel, welcome on board. This is the voice of Coach Faith, and I'm super excited to have you here in the room today. So let's get right into the conversation. I want you to understand that if you do not know how to track your personal growth journey, come on and forget about it. You are not going to get result. You are not going to be swift with execution. And before you know it, you would even give up on yourself. Like, oh, I've tried and tried, not getting results. Nobody wants to keep just doing one thing again and again. Even though you're not looking for instant gratifications, there comes a time where you're looking for those little sort of feedback that can set you up on fire to stay committed and consistent. All right? Tracking is powerful. If you don't track it, you will not even know whether you're growing or you're not growing. And that's why I'm going to be sharing these 3 powerful thoughts with you in this video that will help you to begin to track powerfully even as you ascend the ladder of transformation. Right? Are you ready? Are you ready for it? So let's get right into it. The first thing you have to begin to do if you really want to stay committed and consistent on the path of growth without giving up, so you can begin to get results. Number 1, on a weekly basis, try as much as possible to review the process, review your engagement, review your journey. All right? I do my pre-week scheduling, thinking, and vision, and what have you, majorly on Sundays, right? So even during the week, I usually do that every morning, but then I tend to just put everything I've done together on Sunday when I have the time. Maybe after I must have slept, I've rested and all of that. I spend a minimum of 1 hour just to go through this process, to plan for my upcoming week, and to also know the things that I did this way that yielded result and those that didn't yield result. Do you get the gist now? So you discover that review is very important. It could be for just 15 minutes. You don't have to be like Coach Faith. You don't have to be like someone who says I do it for 10 hours. No. Just start with the little you can do on a weekly basis. 15 minutes is good, okay? Ask yourself some profound questions, right? We sit down to review. What are you going to do? You're going to be able to build resilience. You're going to be able to build doggedness and grit that will take you further on the path of growth. Ask yourself these 3 powerful questions. The first question you have to begin to ask yourself is, what did I learn this week? Yes, it's a very important question. What did I learn? I've been reading books. I've been engaging. What did I even learn this week? Number 2, what did I unlearn, right? If you learn something, it means that you also replace certain level of knowledge with something that was no longer useful. What did I unlearn this week? And lastly, what did I apply? Many people do not know how to apply. Application, I would always say, gives credence to knowledge. What did I apply this week? And then, by the time you've been able to ask these 3 questions, number 3 thing you have to do is that document everything, all right? Review, ask questions, and document. Simple. Right? Maybe we could even have an acronym for that. Review, R, ask questions, A, and then document, right? ROAD. That's like a RAD principle, RAD methodology, right? ROAD. So you have to be able to review, ask yourself some profound questions, and The last thing you have to do is you document them. The reason you have to document is so that by the time you are meeting yourself again next week in this mini conference meeting, right, you ensure that you're able to review what you did last week, and then you also look at that of this week. With it, you'll be able to have more clarity over the things that you do, your daily engagement and all of that. And that is also going to set you up on fire in terms of how well you are able to understand and unravel patterns that will help you to begin to get results. This is how we engage better. I always say that showing up is the beginning of wisdom, but beyond just showing up, beyond becoming consistent, you've got to be ready to do the work that will yield result, all right? So that you can begin to work as someone that has wisdom. Review, ask questions, and then document. So friends, I hope you've learned something from this class. This is the voice of Coach Faith. What I do is that I help individuals like you build capacity to grow, lead, and make meaningful impact in the world. If you want to go deeper, I go live every single Friday, right? 8 p.m. To have conversations, beautiful conversations around personal development. And in there, we go deeper into some of these teachings. I'd like you to go ahead and click the link below to subscribe or to register so that you can be part of community, our growing community, to be able to build capacity on a deeper level. I can't wait to have you in the room. See you in our upcoming live session this Friday. All right? Bye for now.